I wanna be with you. 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 Let's go too high.
Hello again, my friends, and you are my friends, and welcome live to Portman Road. It is, of course, match day, a home game versus AFC Wimbledon, the real Wimbledon, some would say. And the fans are piling into Portman Road. It's getting busy. It's getting the atmosphere starting to build. I absolutely love it. If you're not here, come and join us. If you are here, come and join us, rather. As you can see, lots of people around us. Hopefully, Leonie will take a lovely photograph of us all so we can put it on the social medias. Because I can't do too many things at once, you see. I'm just a man. I'm joined, of course, by the media mogul Matthew Phillips, the cruncher Richard Moss. Hopefully, you guys and girls at home. Marcus Biscuit is in the chat. What a name! Great name. Is brilliant. If you've not yet done so, please hit subscribe. We are an SCA finalist 2021, and of course, you can support this platform through Ko-Fi to continue making fantastic content such as this. Right, Matthew Phillips, the team news is out. With the first bombshell, I guess we'll address it now, is Macaulay Bonne not in the 11. Leonie with the breaking news, giving us the inside info. What's happening in this town?
No. Bombshell. Do you like that? Yeah.
The A12 traffic jam, you come up with that?
Yeah, bit gutting after his 2 finishes last week and scoring goals, which we lacked last season. So, but I mean, look, as Colin just said, you've got to pick it up front. Like for like, maybe.
Like for like?
In terms of scoring goals.
In terms of being a human being with 2 eyes and 2 legs?
In terms of scoring goals. We've got AFC Wimbledon's top scorer of 20 plus last season up front for us today. So, we'll see what you can do.
Yeah, and last week we had Scott Fraser, and the man on the pitch that stole the show was Scott Twine, the replacement for Scott Fraser. So, could we possibly see Ollie Palmer doing the same thing this weekend?
No, I'm standing by my 3-0 that I predicted last night.
3-0, comfortable performance?
Yeah.
So we're back here at 5 o'clock this afternoon doing the post-game show. Yeah. You'll be happy as Larry, and Crunch will be happy as Pig and Pig. Yeah,
exactly. No one's going to be losing their shit. So.
Yeah.
3-0. Yeah, be confident.
Haladki in goal. You're confident of a clean sheet with the big man in goal?
Yeah, well, listen, I am a big Haladki fan and was an advocate of him signing here, but he's been underwhelming so far. So hopefully he can come through today and get a clean sheet. Hopefully.
Yeah, you were one of his biggest supporters. You were all over the social media saying, "Oh, great signing! Told you all to predict this last season," and now already you're turning quicker than my milk has done this morning.
Well, you've got, we've brought in what? Is it 16 signings? You've got to be playing your part. When you're part of this rebuild, this part of this, what do they call it? Running to adversity is what he calls it, isn't it? Ashton. You've got to be on your game for 90 minutes.
That's actually, I think, was a game changer quote, running towards adversity, because of the Arizona pension fund being what it is. Adversity is something this football club hasn't overcome in recent years, and Bond being injured today, a mistake from Evans last week. Is it about time we started to find a bit of a spine, a bit of a strength to us?
I do feel like, as I said last night on the show, that Evans is probably having to do everything, which is why everything's going through him, which is why I think he's been culpable for some of the errors. So, and Rich said, Harper goes missing after 50 minutes, so we need to get 90 minutes out of him. Otherwise, in comes Carroll.
comes Carol. All right, Crunch, in you come. You've been mentioned a couple of times. Matt, keep on those social, keep on the old comments. Let us know if anyone or anything rather comes in that's juicy. Crunch. Last week you were confident. Malcolm, you were confident. You being confident.
Out my nose today.
I might try, but you being confident is normally a bad sign to the Sound fans. So are you confident today?
We're playing AFC Wimbledon, Martin. We're not playing Real Madrid.
You can't just turn up and expect to win, can you, Matt?
No, I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. What were you telling me earlier? What were you telling me earlier when I said to you the Arsenal score?
I said to you, we can't judge Mikel Arteta in last season. That's not how it works.
Who? Mikel who?
Mikel Arteta. I've got a gum infection, all right? This is pretty hard. This is pretty hard, all right?
Arteta?
Arteta. Mikel.
Yeah, he's a dreadful manager.
But why is he? Because it's only in the season. It's only, what, 4 games in? 3 games in? 2 games in?
He's a good coach, but not a manager. Whereas Paul Cook's a good manager, and he's got a record to back it up.
So are you confident today?
Yeah, I'm confident.
Defeat incoming.
I said last night, it's not... Well, I spoke to Colin. Here we go, give me that. Didn't I, Colin? I said about
the old Hawk Express cab.
must-win game. I wouldn't say it's a must-win, but Colin said it's a 90%. And you do have to win your home games, don't you, really? You know, if you don't win your home games, it's a recipe for disaster. But then I remember when Jim Magilton was here and he won, was it 17? We won 17 home games. We didn't make the playoffs that season because we had a stinking away record. But that is where you set up, don't you? You got to get your home form right. AFC come down here today. They're going to be, look, they're going to think Ipswich are not 1 in 4. Their team talk, he's not got a lot to say a lot, has he? Keep it quiet, 20-25 minutes. The crowd could turn. But I think today we just got to be a little bit patient. If we don't get that early goal, Martin, say it's 0-0 half time, just stick with them, you know, and hopefully it'll come right today.
Hopefully it will. It's not a must-win in your book. Is it a must-win in people's books here? Is it a must-win? Is it or a mustn't get beat?
Definitely.
Come on, Lee.
Yeah, definitely. I think we've got to win. We've got to win. Yeah, we have. Yeah.
So already in August, not even the bank holiday just yet.
People say, like, you know, you don't win nothing in August, but we can lose it in August. I looked at the league table last night for the first time. Yeah, the first time I've looked at it.
Did you sleep well?
And I looked at the teams up the top and, like, they got 10 points, yeah? We on 2, yeah? We've got to make that up somehow. We've got to make that difference up.
But the last 2 seasons,
I
you know, the last 2 seasons we started like house on fire, didn't we?
I understand all that. I get that.
I get where
Yeah.
you're coming from as well.
Yeah, no, I understand all that, but I just feel today, you know, people say, oh, you know, we've got gel, which I get, but I've looked at other teams, they've got lots of new players, but they seem to be gelling. You know?
Fair point.
Yeah, it's a fair point. That is a fair point. And sooner
That's on
or later-
Cookie though, isn't it?
Well, it has to be on the manager. He's the one who's responsible, isn't he? And he probably knows, with that comment yesterday saying they probably don't trust me yet, he knows that he's, like, because you'll judge him on last season.
Body of work.
I won't, because I think it's unfair because it's a brand new team. But I get that people will say, what is it, 4 wins in, 25 games? And it's not a great record. No one can stand here and say that that's a great record, Martin, because it's not. It's stinking the place out. And sooner or later, you have to put some results together and climb up the league. Because say you don't win today, say it's another draw, you'll get the groans at the end. You'll go on social media and it'll be the same old, same old. But we need a win today because we're going to Wickham next Saturday. Hopefully, I think it's going to be on. Could possibly be off, but that's going to be a real tough game to go there, isn't it, really? Callie's in the house.
King K's in the house. Bring those
Green shoots.
Hey, leave the green shirts. I want to know from the chat and the guys and girls at home, is it a must-win for you guys? Let me know. Is it a must-win or is it a mustn't get beat? Would you take a point, that Mick McCarthy point today? Let me know. Matt, keep me updated on those socials. Go. Sorry? Botswana. Welcome in, Botswana. Go. You've seen many great managers. We've seen many people come over today and tap the foot of Sir Ralph. We stand under Sir Bobby. You've seen it all in your time. So it all starts as they go. How important are they, and how does that make today's game figure in that?
Starts are important, absolutely. Dear Bobby up there, he obviously had when he first started, he obviously didn't have such a great first division stroke Premiership side, but obviously good enough to stay in the first division. But as the years went on and obviously we progressed and what have you, and he built 3 or 4 or 2 or 3 great sides. He always had predominantly very, very good players. So we always got off to good starts and we continued it. But now, as it is now, we've got decent players in the squad, and I believe that they will come good. And I really hope, and I think they will come good, and I think that will start today. I'm going for 3-0 today. It's a real big shame about Bonn.
Massive blow that after last week.
As Matt said, it is a bombshell, and I was really, really looking forward to watching him play today, amongst obviously other people, but him especially after that fantastic goal he scored last week. In fact, that's as good a goal as I've seen at this ground for a long, long time. And I
Got a good one once, Colin, in the North Stand then.
Oh shit! Tap in. Even I could have scored that when I got one leg.
And also I would just like to say that Edmondson allegedly should be play. I heard a big strong rumour today that Edmondson.
Come on, who's it from?
From his father. Mark.
First name terms as well.
Yeah, we were speaking to him in the shop today, and he should be fit and raring to go for next week, which is fantastic considering we got Wickham next week.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, big one. You mentioned Sir Bobby there at the start. Is that sometimes misconstrued? Because he did build up a little bit of credit in the bank prior to the little bit of rumble and trouble that he had. So in terms of Cookie and his start, last week we had Booze. There's not much credit left in the bank. In fact, I think he might be overdrawn if we don't get a result tonight. Is that fair to say?
I think it is. I think the pressure is. I'd have put maybe slightly building on Cook.
He said fans don't trust him. Do you trust him?
Absolutely, 100%. I really like the guy. Like I said to Rich during the week, he comes across to me, I haven't spoken to him, as what I class as a working man's manager, a people's manager. I like Cook a lot, and I think people have just got to stick by him and back him, because once he gets this juggernaut rolling, I think you'll find that the results will come week in, week out. The playing staff are here, the coaching staff are here. It's just getting that monkey off our backs of getting this first win, which I know, or I very much hopefully know, it'll come today, and then I think we'll springboard. And especially if we win today and then go to Wickham and beat Wickham, I think you'll find that we'll go on a roll and we'll be up that table before you know where we're.
Last question before I bring Leone in. Last week we stood right on this spot and you were frustrated as they came, so I'll take you on first, of course. If we don't win today, are you going to be frustrated or angry?
Probably frustrated. I mean, I don't want to get too angry with them. I really don't, because I know potentially that squad are good enough to be first or second in this title race. And like I say, win today, great result next Saturday, and I think you'll see the snowball get bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yeah, absolutely. Leone, you made a big call during the week. You said you wanted Holy in goal. Haladki starts today. As you can hear, mixed reaction from the crowd, well, mostly boos. I was being polite to the young lady. Are you confident? Well, you're not confident in Haladki, so how are you feeling ahead of today's game?
I never thought he would be dropped, but
You wanted him to?
I wasn't fussed if they gave Holy a try. So my reason is for Holy. So last season he went however many games at the start with a worse defence than we've got at the minute, with a clean sheet.
Fair to say.
So he's more vocal. Ladke you can't hear. Holy you can always hear. Him and Wolfenden have some sort of communication slack, and that's where the issue is, I think.
So Haladki's...
Holy does communicate well. They're both as klutz as each other. I don't think ability-wise, there's not much difference for me.
No, great word you come up with doing klutz. Haladki obviously starts. So what do you want to see from the goalkeeper? Signed from Salford. What today can he start to do to repair that broken trust that you've already developed in him?
He's a bit like Norwood though, like proven in League 2, and we're trying to get out of League 1.
She's bringing the onions.
So I don't. Well, he's just got to he's got to make some obvious saves, hasn't he? He's just got to
Not camera saves.
reach a bit more and talk a bit more, and hopefully it will.
You obviously brought the news that Bon wasn't going to be playing. We couldn't believe it. We didn't want to believe it, but sadly it's true. Can you go one further and predict today's score and be correct on that one? Are you confident of a win?
So before Bon, I was 2-1.
Post Bon.
Oh, I really want it to be 2-1, but 1-1 maybe. I also don't have much faith in Pigott at the minute. I've not seen enough from him. It's a bit like Luster, if I'm honest. Probably start Jackson.
Last week, did you say Jackson?
Yeah, I did.
That took a while to cut the sing in. I took an actual age. I was like, did I just hear what I thought I heard? And I forgot my next question. You completely phased me there with the old Jackson selection. Yeah, wow. Caden Jackson, guys and girls. Would you be upset if he came on today? How are you feeling?
What was the question again?
Caden Jackson, would you over Joe Pigott? Would you have wanted that as Leonie clearly did?
I would want Jackson over Pigott.
Coxie.
Hey, he's the man's entitled to his opinion, so we'll let him have it. Yeah, so yeah, but no, I wouldn't choose the other way around. I'll choose the pig against the Jacko any day. Yeah,
I can literally, yeah, Jackson, Leonie, them two.
Hang on, is Mark Dowling?
Exactly, I can literally feel.
Is Mark Dowling in the chat?
If he's not, he will be in a minute. I can literally feel the steam coming from Ireland right now. Literally, he's just exploded.
He'll get over it.
It's
It's not happened, does it? So it doesn't matter whether I say that or not.
Score prediction?
2-1.
2-1. Love it. Right, how are you feeling ahead of today's game?
Well, I'm going to say 2-1. I've got to say 2-1 to Ipswich. It happened the other season, 94th minute win it from Jackson. So that was a good win the other couple of seasons ago. So I'm feeling confident for today, and if we win, we could go to Wickham feeling confident and hopefully get a few points from that. So
you've said Jackson over Pigott, but obviously it's Pigott that starts because Bon is injured. What is Pigott going to do today for you to put him ahead of Jackson in your selection?
Well, he's obviously just got to score. If he doesn't want to come off, he's got to score. So he hasn't got much of an excuse. Because Wimbledon, they're not a very good team. They sold their best player, who isn't actually very good, in Pigott. So yeah.
Absolutely. Talk about Paul Cook there. He says fans don't trust him. Colin trusts him 100% implicitly. How are you feeling about Paul Cook? Do you trust him as manager of Ipswich Town Football Club?
Well, I trust him, but not very much. He's been good, but he hasn't got a very good win percentage for Town. So I don't feel very confident about him. And I've already got friends who are already saying they want Cook out already. But it's only a few games in, so we can't judge him from that. Yeah.
Well, it's fair point there, Coxie. But you've come in and stepped forward. Love the young True Blues opinions there. He's always delivering the facts and the onions. Do you trust Paul Cook?
with me personally, who have to gain trust, and so very much so. He's slowly getting there, but a win.
Is he? Yeah, won a game, yeah.
I know. Yeah, I agree. Yes, but a win today would, cement that trust a bit more. But yeah, the jury's a bit out for me at the minute. Yeah.
Surely today is just an expected, routine, professional win, isn't it?
Yeah, as I said on the Thursday show, we've got to win our home games, and this is a must-win game. All our home games are must-win games. Yeah.
Absolutely. No Bon, as we said. We're looking into midfield now. A player was not mentioned until with Scott Fraser. I'm not quite sure on the lineup where he's playing, but regardless, how important is it we get him going?
Well, we have seen sort of snippets of what he can do. He did
2 assists already.
Yeah, 2 assists. Yeah. The second goal for Bon last week was Fraser. Yeah,
liquid football.
But it's liquid football. Yeah, he's got to be in the number 10 role though. As I said before the season, I'm a bit worried because he's going to have another judge there, never played in that position. But we did see that a bit last week when Burns went off. He then switched out to the right, which was a bit worrying, and then unfortunately he got injured. But he needs the win.
Yeah, a big question from the Alex Griffin channel is normally, what's your favourite chance? So Coxie, what is your favourite chance?
What is my favourite chant? Well, hopefully with my score, but a segue into my score prediction 2-1 to the Ipswich Town. There you go.
Love it. And that's your score today, is it? Who'd you goal scorers?
Bloody hell, you got the winning lottery numbers.
I do. If you have them, please, I can stop doing this gig.
The pig will bring home the bacon today. 2 goals.
Right, Matthew, what are the people saying at home? Come back into the camera. Let's deliver some onions from the guys and girls at home. What's been going on?
A lot of chat about Piggott.
Yep.
Bring on the pig. Good opportunity for him, says Zach King. Simon Harris, Piggott needs service rather than hapless balls over his head. Pig is a proven goal scorer, just needs the service. The Fisherman says he's a good goal scorer, but he needs a service. So there we go. Get the ball to the pig. He will score. Feed the pig. That's what it was.
And what were they saying about a must-win situation? What was the room saying at the time? Is it a must-win or is it a mustn't get beat? Would you take the Mick McCarthy point?
No. Not against a team that almost got relegated last season. They've lost their star man to us, who's playing for us. So it's 3 points or bust today. They have to get this win. Got to get a win. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, absolutely got to get the win. We got Simon Harris, big game for Burns Provide from the right. He wasn't. Sorry. It's all right, don't worry about it. David Prince, we now need to start winning. That is so true from David Prince. At some point, you've got to say, look, doesn't matter who you're playing, Wickham, Wednesday, Wimbledon, you've got to turn this into a win and get the ball rolling. Get that old stone rolling down the hill.
Cook said to us, didn't he, when we was at Bury St Edmunds, that it wouldn't be overnight. So how do we define overnight?
How many nights?
Yeah, exactly. When is that moment that we say this team has clicked? Hopefully today, a 3-0 win or whatever it might be, and you can say we have clicked. Go from there.
Are you confident?
Yep, I'm still not moving
3-0.
from the 3-0. I'm not moving from it.
So the room at home has not swayed you. They've not been putting their onions in and you've been thinking, I think that might be true.
No. You've got to be beating these guys.
Absolutely. Callie, King. I was surprised to see a certain name in amongst the reports yesterday. You were as well.
I was as well, Fraser.
Do you know what a cricket score was?
Hey! Poor Callie. Right.
What's the score in the series? That's funny little moment. Might be a draw. Bad daylight.
So yeah, Toto, how far away is he now then?
I don't know, a couple of weeks probably from. He's obviously training on the grass. Yo, this shit's in my face like that. It's like, he's obviously not on the grass yet, but he's obviously walking around. He's doing okay. I understand. I think maybe the hamstring injuries are not as bad. Like they ain't torn him, so they're not as bad as before. But obviously, surprised not here. Bon, which we think is a hamstring. So I don't know. We seem to get more players with hamstrings, which we had before last time. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know. We'll see. I just caught up on the team. Obviously, Coulson's in anyway. I think we'll do him. I think we'll do maybe 4-1. I think we'll concede one. I think we'll do a sloppy mistake, but I think 4-1, and we may even come from 1-0 behind.
Are we actually going to see a full 90 from Raheem Harper today?
I want to say yeah.
Don't we all? Are we?
I think it's part of, like, if you look at him and Edwards, like the youngsters coming through. Your pal, the Albion lad who talks about Edwards as an example, only did 2 90-minute games in his whole time at Albion. He's already done 2 or 3 now with Ipswich. Same sort of thing with Rec. He played a lot of games. Then obviously when I think Bowyer went to Brum, he was out of the team. So he's back in his thing. He's finding his kind of match fitness as well. I think, like I said at the beginning, the first 10 games, which takes to the end of September, that's when you'll see us. We'll be pairing. We'll be ready to go. And I think this is going to be the start of something. I'm not necessarily saying we're going to win today. Well, we win today 4-1, but I'm not saying we'll win today and then go undefeated. We may get some hiccups on the way. I think Lincoln's going to be a tricky one along the way. Wickham and Bolton, I fancy us to stomp them. So we'll see.
Score prediction?
4-1.
4-1. Hadladke, Loney's wanted Holy, various people wanted Holy.
Yeah, I'll keep Hadke in. Like, I was saying to Matt earlier, just off screen, it's like he's had how many different defenders? Like we talk about Wolf, how many different defenders, how many different people in front of him? So he don't know who like his best defense. So now he's finding out the different 4. Now he's got a kind of settled 4. Hopefully he'll understand his players in front of him, and then be able to right, okay, I'm a better player. The thing that was frustrating for me is his distribution seems to be a bit slow. But I think hearing from what some people were saying as well, and the people that when you watch your highlights, Cook saying to keep the ball and keep it slow. So whether that's a tactical thing or not, but he's making some saves. I know we talk about a free kick, but that same guy, I think it was Scott Twine again, same game. He had a lovely shot and Hladke pushed it over the bar anyway. So he's there. Keep the faith. This will be a good team. I still think maybe January we'll see Holy maybe ship out and another one come in, because I don't know. If we want to be champions and we want to build a championship team, nice guy and everything, but he ain't a championship goalkeeper, Holy. He ain't a backup goalkeeper for a championship. League One Gillingham was his level, maybe. You know what I mean? It sounds harsh, but fuck it, man. It's Ipswich, man. We love this shit.
Absolutely, we do. Right, we're done. We're dusted. Alex, you want to have a quick word before we do sign off on today's show? Hopefully you'll join us post-game as well, because, you know, win, lose or draw.
I'll be post-game all day long. Hopefully be able for a win. Born out concerns me all day long, because Piggott has scored 1 when it was given to him. So I'm a bit concerned about where the goals are going to come from, but we've got to win eventually. And, you know, he's not rung the changes today, so let's give him a chance. Let's not boo when we go 1-0 down, because that will happen.
Really? You think we're going to go 1-0 down today?
We'll go 1-0 down. We'll go behind. Let's not boo. Let's get behind the team and let's just focus on what we're doing. So, you know, let's just focus on the result. You know, it's after 90 minutes, not after 45. Let's do it.
Yes, absolutely. But how you feel if we don't do it today? There's a lot of fans that are viewing it really as a must-win. So how are you viewing it?
The concern I have, as I've said before on the pod, is that, you know, we will click eventually, and when we do click, we'll trounced some teams. But what concerns me, we're so far behind by the time we click that. So I think today it's a not lose. We can't lose today. We need to show progress. We need to at least get a result out of today, I think, you know. But Cookout, not for me. Not for me. He needs time. He needs his full team, you know. Halaki, bless him. He's not been great, but he's not going to settle back 4 in front of him. So let's just get behind the team. Let's just focus on what we can do. Let's do our job. Let's do our job, guys. Let's support the team. Let's do our job. Let's do the job that we need to do. Support these team, and everything else will happen. People booing, and they can help. Let's do our job. We need to do our job first, then they'll do theirs.
Perfectly put to round off the show. Absolutely love it. Do our job and they'll do theirs. Well done, Alex. Absolutely love it. We're back at full time right here under the feet of Sir Alf, under the gaze of Sir Bobby. Green season recovery on the way. Hits the scrum. End broadcast, my friend. Tap the button. We'll see you at full time for the post-game show. Fans react.